All right, let's talk about Magic the Gathering. So I played Magic the Gathering for a long time in my life. I started in 94. I've got some alpha cards. I've got a lot of Magic cards. It's insane. And I saw when Hasbro bought Wizard of the Coast in the early aughts, a shift. They used to release a book, like a novel based on the story when Kamigawa was came out. I think that was the last time they actually released a like novel series, and it was a trilogy. It was usually 3 sets, like Slayers of Kamigawa. I don't remember the other two names of Kamigawa, but they would have a corresponding novel that came out with it, and it was awesome. Like you really got to learn about the lore. And then Hasbro bought the company, and they shifted gears. They cut out the novels, they streamlined it and made it just about the cards. And I didn't mind because I loved the cards. I loved the games. And it was okay. It was fun. I still enjoyed it through like the Theros block, Innistrad. I don't know, something about it was about 5 or 6 years ago when what was it? What was the set that really Kaladesh? So when Kaladesh came out, it felt like they were upping the speed of putting out new sets because they wanted to get people buying new stuff. They kind of latched onto the commander, which was a type of gameplay that was made by the community. The community designed it themselves, and it was originally called EDH, Elder Dragon Highlander, and it was a group of guys, I believe in Alaska, who had all these different cards, and they wanted to kind of make it fair. So they had you can only have one of each card in the deck, and you would have a commander that you can use and summon at any time you wanted. And it was cool. So you had a whole deck based on that commander, and it turned into like a fan favorite. Everyone who played Magic, I feel like everyone who plays Magic plays Commander eventually, and that was the game that I played. Well, they latched onto it and then started selling products with Commander, starting selling modern decks, and all while also reprinting a bunch of things that a bunch of people were annoyed about. They were like, we've spent money on these cards, and now you reprint it, which decimates the trading card community. And it's been an interesting ups and downs, and they have just let me show you actually. So this is a site that I used to use to look at all the different sets. And you could see it goes all the way back to alpha. So you got like they have all the alpha stuff, right? So as you go through the years, I think I have the whole 4th edition set, which actually they don't even have up in this, which is kind of surprising. What are the other Kamigawas? Champions of Kamigawa, Betrayers of Kamigawa, and Saviors of Kamigawa. Right. So this is Kamigawa. Ravnica, the original Ravnica was dope. This was about the time when Hasbro bought the company. And then they started with the core sets, well, I guess there was always the core set, but really just ramping up the amount of stuff that was coming out. And then you get to all the Commander packs, Commander Masters, Jumpstart, Commander Legends, Jumpstart 2022. And then you got Dungeons and Dragons, you got Baldur's Gate, you got Warhammer 40K, you got Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, and like you get Lord of the Rings, you go in here. Hold on, let me scroll down to him. Where is he? Where's the gold? Where is he? Aragorn. Yeah. Aragorn. Oh, here we go. Just race swapping Aragorn. Everyone knew about this. This was a thing when they race swapped Aragorn. They do. Not only are they just the Fortnite of trading card games, they're using the woke ideology tactics also to be more inclusive, be more diverse in their card games, which is just so stupid. It's like, come on. Everyone's sick of that shit, man. Well, they're not done. They're not done. They're now announcing Marvel partnership. That's right. They're teaming up with Marvel as if MTG didn't stoop low enough. I said this before and I've said it multiple times. Magic is the Fortnite of trading card games. That's what it feels like. Because Fortnite, anything comes out that's trending. Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, Blade, and name something. G.I. Joe. It doesn't matter. Boom, they put it in Fortnite. Only Up. It was trending for a couple weeks when it came out. Everyone was playing Only Up, just trying to get to the top. Everyone was playing it. Dr. Disrespect, KQC, QKC, I don't know what the hell his name is. Everyone was playing it. Lo and behold, Fortnite, boom, had their own Only Up version. Of course, because it was trending. In fact, Fortnite didn't even start as a battle royale. They stole that as well. So that's kind of what they do. But Magic the Gathering, of course, is now partnering with Marvel. And oh my gosh, our newest team up is here. Magic's Universe Beyond is collaborating with Marvel. You know, there was a time in the early aughts when there was a fairly prominent Star Wars trading card game that almost competed with Magic the Gathering. It was pretty close. They went toe to toe at some times. Like I remember that being a thing. Where it was still kind of it's not a thing anymore. Or maybe it is. I actually have no idea, but I don't see it anymore. It's not in a conversation about trading cards games. Right now it's like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh. Can't think of anything out. Hearthstone, I guess. I mean, that's digital. But okay. So back in the early aughts, the Star Wars or the Magic the Gathering people were like, "Oh, why don't we just bring Star Wars? Like, it'd be great to have like Star Wars cards." And in fact, a lot of fans created Star Wars cards that weren't real, like fake. There's plenty of websites that you can make your own Magic the Gathering cards and just like type in what you wanted to say and it auto generates. And I've seen some cool Star Wars cards in Magic the Gathering that are not real. They're fake. And on their website, Wizards of the Coast said, like, we will never do that. Star Wars does not belong in our universe. It just doesn't make sense. We want to keep it separated. We have our own universe. Star Wars doesn't belong at all. I think it's only a matter of time before Star Wars actually comes to Magic the Gathering. I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing. All right. So in a press release, Wizards of the Coast announced that its parent company, Hasbro, is teaming up with a comic book publisher to develop collectible products. It's all about that merch, baby. And tentpole sets featuring popular characters from Marvel. According to the Wizards of the Coast, the products from this collaboration are not expected to be available for purchase until 2025. Trading cards have always been a part of Marvel's DNA, so this collaboration takes that experience to a whole new level. Marvel's comics and franchise president Dan Buckley wrote in a press release, "With the depth that our storytelling and characters bring to the table, we can't wait for fans to see how the Marvel Universe translates seamlessly into gameplay within these Magic the Gathering products and sets for years to come." And you know what? I love that that's how he said it. And you pay very close attention to it. It's not about how they seamlessly fit into the lore, into the world of Magic the Gathering. It's he says it, how it fits into the products and the sets. Like they're being obvious without even realizing it. Okay? It has nothing to do with the story. All it has to do with is selling you more things. Let's get them to buy more stuff. And I'm going to break something to you. All right? This is physical loot boxing. Okay? It is. They are loot boxes. Every single booster pack. Let me show you an example. I have a booster box that I've had for quite some time of Commander Legends. Now, this came out about, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And you open it up, and they have a bunch of booster packs. Okay, and each booster pack has one guaranteed rare. Now, you don't know what it is, so you have to open it. Okay, and you'll look through it, and you get a guaranteed rare. And that's it. Just one. And then 3 uncommons. But you don't know what that rare is going to be. And you never know. So each time you open one of these, it's a loot box. Let me tell you a story. The first time I ever went into the Forbidden Planet in New York City, which I heard closed down, which is a really big shame. The first time I went in was actually when it was at its original location on the corner of 5th Avenue and no, excuse me, Broadway and 13th Street. Now it's, well, then it moved to on Broadway, but not on the corner. But anyway, back when their Magic the Gathering section was upstairs, I went up there and I was like, oh, this is where the Magic the Gathering section is. And I was standing there and I was waiting in line to look at the Magic products. And in front of me, there was a group of teenagers, had to be about 15, like 4 15-year-olds. And one of them, I can hear them talking. They just got paid. It was a Friday, probably their allowance or something, or maybe like it was birthday money. Who knows what it was? But he was buying one, a pack after pack of one set. He was looking for a specific card that was actually worth about $80, $90. I think it was like a Sword of Light and Shadow. Actually, that might be exactly the card he was looking for, oddly enough. Like, my brain was like, here you go. This is the information. And I watched him buy 15 packs. Now, they're $4, $5 a piece, with tax or whatnot. So he spent a lot of money trying to get this card. Didn't get it. And all his friends were like, oh, keep going, keep going. And he was like, I can't spend all my money on this, right? And he took his stack of boosters, put it in his backpack, and they left. Now, of course, I walked up to the counter and I said, what was he looking for? Oh, he's looking for this one card, the Sword of Light and Shadow. And I was like, all right, give me one of the packs. And I kid you not, I fucking got the card. The person behind the counter, her name was Danny. She was cool. She actually joined us and played Commander years later because I just befriended her. She freaked out and she was like, no fucking way. Like, you got some luck. And I do. I am pretty lucky like that. But that's the loot boxes. They got these young kids getting hooked on this shit. And it's the same thing with digital. All right. It's just a physical means. Pokemon's the same thing. It's these you don't know what's in it. So Hasbro, I mean, they know that young kids love Spider-Man. That's why do you think Spider-Man's doing so good? Why do you think their number is the biggest sale PlayStation ever did for a game in a day? It broke records. But it's not because of the woke shit in there. No, it's because people love Spider-Man. And, the game is okay, from what I hear. There's a couple people that are playing it. Like Flawdzilla is playing it. Mark the Cyborg was playing it. And I tuned in and I'm like, holy shit. But now there's like some racist shit about like people of color are systemic racism, blah, blah, blah. They're dealing with that shit. And it's just like, oh my gosh, no one, like, shut the fuck up. People want to play a Spider-Man game. And this whole Marvel MTG combination, they're just going to use it to try to get more kids to open up their loot boxes. And that's what this is all about. That's why they brought Lord of the Rings in. That's why they brought Warhammer in, Dungeons and Dragons. What else did they bring? Doctor Who, Baldur's Gate, like all these things. They're just trying to pick those member berries and shove them in their packs to get you to buy more things. Oh, and not to mention the freaking secret lair stuff that they're doing that are like $150 for 5 cards. You know what? I've got one of those. Hold on, let me show you. Okay. This is a secret lair. This is, you know what? I got to give it up for Tim Pool because he bought 5 of these and gave them out. He gave me one. He gave Nisha one. He kept one. He probably kept 2 to himself. It's not open. All right. I'd never opened it because it's just 5 lands. But these lands, they're called the Happy Little Gathering. This is the Bob Ross lands. Okay. There's 5 lands in here that are from Bob Ross. I don't know what the hell It's 5 cards, and they were like $100 and something. Insane. Insane. But they're just milking it. Happy little trees. Yeah, I wonder what they look like. Actually, let me... Bob Ross MTG Lands. Happy little gathering. There we go. Oh, it's only... It's so... Okay, so it was only $30. All right, so that's not bad. So this one's... Well, of course, it's no longer available, so... Let me click a new secret lair. Whatever. Yeah, okay. $372, $218, $110, $166. Like these are crazy. And they're limited runs, and they know these people have this like FOMO. Look at this. Princess Bride, Doctor Who, Evil Dead, Creep Show. Holy shit. Nonstop. Everything. And then you know what happens too, right? You've got these scalpers that will just buy as many as they can and then sell them on eBay for like however much more, right? Let's see. Let's go to eBay. I want to see Happy Little Gathering, right? That's what that's called. Sealed. $70. Okay. So it's up there. Twice as much. Now this was a couple years ago, so I don't know. I thought it would have been worth more. But it doesn't matter. All right. I'm over buying Magic the Gathering stuff, all right? And I don't want people to get caught up. And I feel like that's predatory as fuck. I don't like it. Or I guess there might be a little bit more. What's interesting about the collaboration is that it's a multi-year, multi-set deal, unlike previous one-off collaborations such as the Fallout collab announced. Oh, so there's a Fallout collaboration coming. Great. The Marvel press release announcing the collaboration explains how the first tentpole will go on sale globally at 2025, with more sets for multi-generational fans to collect and play. To collect. They're being honest. They're being straight up. Honestly, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it. They're straight up telling you, look, this is just because we want you to just buy more. Marvel and Fallout joined the other widely popular entertainment and gaming franchises that had collaborations with Magic the Gathering, including Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, Stranger Things, Warhammer 40K. I didn't even know that they had a Final Fantasy collection. That's or Assassin's Creed. Fortnite. Oh, okay. Magic the Gathering Fortnite? Oh, that's the funniest. That's the funniest. Yeah, I can't support Wizards of the Coast anymore. I will potentially buy aftermarket cards if I were to play again and I play Commander. Like this drawer, I have a drawer behind me. It's just filled with Commander decks, this drawer. I just have a bunch of Commander decks in there. And I don't know. I just, if I'm going to play, I haven't played in a year. So I would buy from people. Go to like a comic book store that has Magic, or a Magic shop, and buy from them. Individual cards. You know, I wouldn't buy actual product from Hasbro. Try to avoid that. Anyway. So there's that.